Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Nanice, and this is your astrology reading for the full moon in Aries, which is happening on Sunday, October 9th at 10:54 p.m. Cairo, Egypt time. So if you have not yet noticed, as you can see, I'm not in my usual setting. I'm not in my room in Cairo right now. I am here in Dubai. I spent the last 10 days or so here. It's been a lovely trip so far. It's a beautiful place, beautiful city, and I'm very grateful to be here. I hope you guys have had a great 2 weeks so far since the last time I made a report during the new moon in Libra. Look back at what happened around 2 weeks ago, because whatever seed that was planted around that time is now is now becoming manifest. It's now bearing fruit. The fruit has ripened and is ready to fall off the tree. That's what a full moon is. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, please like, please comment, please share. All these actions help to support my channel grow. So thank you so much for helping me out. So this full moon is like a balance and like a dance between the self and the other. The sun during an Aries full moon is in the sign of Libra, which is about relationships. It's about we. And the moon is going to be in the sign of Aries, and Aries is a sign that is about me. I am asserting my individuality. So there's a balancing act going on between our will to individuate and being diplomatic and striking some sort of relationship balance. For that to happen, we need to sacrifice something. And that is what is being illuminated at the time of this full moon. A full moon is always a time of illumination, enlightenment, and revealing of some sort of information. And that information may carry something to do with wounding of the past, or a wound that can never heal, or some sort of thing we are ashamed of. There could be something to do with that during this time of this full moon as well. We just went through a major purging of the mind and exposés of the truth, and we may have communicated our deepest desires and fears over the past few days when Mercury was trining Pluto. And 2 days after this full moon, Mercury is going to switch signs into Libra, further highlighting this theme of diplomacy and this needing to consider the other, to consider the relationship, perhaps over myself. We are about to go through a major revision of our will and what we desire and how we intend the actions we are willing to take to achieve those things. That's because Mars is about to turn retrograde later on, soon after this full moon. So I believe we're in a pivotal moment. Aries is a cardinal sign. It is a sign that initiates change. So we are on the precipice of a major change having to do with the balance between the self and the significant other, whether it's a spouse or a partner or a relationship or a business partner, whatever that relationship is. So that's all I have for the collective portion of this reading. Now I'm going to go through each individual zodiac sign. I highly recommend that you find out what your rising sign is. You'll need to know your time of birth. If you need to figure out what your rising sign is, I put a free online calculator in the description box below. Alternatively, you can contact me, you can email me, and I can help you for free. So for Aries, this full moon is happening in a very personal part of the sky for you. It's happening in your first house of body, character, body, character, psychology, your spirit, your health, vitality, and your psychology and life direction. So there's going to be an illumination having to do with those topics. There could be some parts of some past woundings that you have had that you just cannot maybe heal from. Maybe that could become apparent during this time. But it's going to be some useful information for you in moving forward, especially in the realm of identifying and being with another, being in a relationship. For Taurus, this full moon is happening in your 12th house of hidden enemies, secrets, self-sabotage, addictions, hospitals, retreats, monasteries, isolation, and ego loss. So a little bit of a tricky full moon for Tauruses out there. So just know that this full moon is highlighting those challenging topics, and this time will pass, and it will be beneficial for you. Whatever is being highlighted for you right now, it's going to ultimately benefit you later on. For Gemini, this full moon is happening in your 11th house of aspirations, friends, colleagues, allies, benefactors, and hopes, wishes, and dreams for the future. So there's going to be a highlighting, an illumination, harvest, an ending, a culmination having to do with those topics. For Cancer, this full moon is happening in your 10th house of career, public reputation. If you don't have a career, maybe you're a stay-at-home parent or a caregiver. It's just what you are known in the world to, what you are known to spend your time with out in the world, like what people know you for. So there's going to be an illumination having to do with those topics. For Leo, this full moon is happening in your 9th house of God, higher education, spirituality, mysticism, religion, law, politics, astrology, and I already said mysticism. Oh yeah, long distance trips, foreigners, foreign things, foreign people. There's going to be a highlighting of those topics during this full moon. For Virgo, this full moon is happening in your 8th house of obligations, joint assets, taxes, loans, debts, inheritances, karmic debts, a sense of you owing something to someone or someone owing something to you. So these topics are going to surface during this time of the full moon. For Libra, this full moon is happening in your 7th house of partnerships, spouse, one-on-one relationships, romantic partnerships, business partnerships, and your clients. So there's going to be an illumination having to do with those topics. And since this is happening in an important part of the chart for you, you may be feeling this full moon strongly. You may also have some past wounding from the past regarding relationships surface around this time of this full moon, but it is ultimately to get you to a better place later on. For Scorpio, this full moon is happening in your 6th house of selfless service, daily routines, sickness, toil, workers, employees, and small pets. So these topics are going to be illuminated during this Aries full moon for you. For Sagittarius, this full moon is happening in your 5th house of creativity, children, pregnancy, arts, the hobbies, the arts, and things that you find pleasurable or pleasing or sweet in general. So there's going to be a highlighting, a culmination, an ending, a fruition having to do with those topics. For Capricorn, this full moon is happening in your 4th house of home, family, parents, property, land, things from underneath the earth, agriculture, and ancestry and your roots. It's the very foundation of your chart that's being highlighted at this time. So there's a culmination, a kind of crescendo, or perhaps a harvest or an ending having to do with those topics. For Aquarius, this full moon is happening in your 3rd house of siblings, extended families such as cousins, aunts, uncles, neighborhoods and neighbors, the daily commute, the life of the mind such as reading, writing, teaching, communicating. These topics are going to be highlighted during this time of the full moon for you. For Pisces, this full moon is happening in your 2nd house of personal possessions, personal income, money, movable possessions, and your skill set, which could be a talent or even the time that you have. So these topics are going to be highlighted. Perhaps there's a harvesting, a culmination, or an ending to do with of the things that you possess. So that's all I have for you guys today. If you'd like to book a reading with me, you can email me. If you find value to these videos, you can donate to my channel via PayPal. And I'm wishing you all a very blessed full moon in Aries, and I will be speaking to you soon. Bye.